It takes a minute.
It's so fucking ugly in Fargo right now.
Oh, I know. We're getting like blizzard wind. It's not good. I'm not
Storming.
enjoying it's so cold outside I have to wear a hat indoors because I can feel cold when I hear the wind.
Yeah,
Like that's how loud the wind is right now. I'm like, I need a hat. Shit.
it's been blizzarding all day. At work I probably shoveled 8 times today. It was fucking miserable.
Yuck.
Yeah.
That sucks.
But anyway, I'm Jonny.
And I'm Haleigh. And this is Jonny Haleigh Day of Fun.
Fun.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So let me tell you about my fun. Let me tell you how fun it is being an adult for just a minute. My fucking kitchen sink decided to die.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know if you remember my faucet, like it was kind of fucked up a little bit, like the faucet in the kitchen sink.
Is it wobbly?
It was wobbly, and I used to be able to tighten it, and I went to try to tighten it this morning because it was like leaning forward and wobbly again because there's whatever shit underneath, and it just like crashed over 100%, just dead into the sink. I'm like, okay, well, I guess this faucet's just fucking broken and done and dead and whatever. Hold on, I got it. So I had to call somebody. I had to call a place that could fix it, but they don't have the parts. They just fix it. So I had to order fucking new faucet shit from Menards. Yeah. Let me tell you what. The moral of the story is that adulting sucks, and universe, I did not need that today.
Yeah, I had to drive to my bank today. Like it wasn't that far, but like in basically the peak of the shittiness, I had to get in my car. Well, I mean, I had to, Haleigh. The weed man calleth. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, you have. Yes, you do have to, and you have to keep living your life even when it's blizzarding.
Well, no,
but it sucks balls.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like the weed man calleth. And I have to strike when the iron's hot when it comes to like my guy.
I get it. I understand. You got to do what you got to do.
I don't have a storefront I can go to on a reservation, unfortunately.
One of these days.
Dakota Magic should get their shit together. I'd come and stay the night like once a month.
Where's Dakota Magic?
It's over by Sisson.
Is it?
It's probably.
Is it? But it's on the North Dakota side.
It's on the North Dakota side, but like not even a mile before you get to South Dakota.
Okay. But yeah, not happy with being an adult. It's lame.
Yeah, I hear you.
Like,
my adulting today was that and only that. Really, I had to go to work.
Let's just for a hot second talk about though. I don't like on the adulting subject. I also do not want to cook for myself like ever.
Yeah, I know.
Like my fridge is full of like takeout food and condiments. Like
it sounds like my fridge.
That is what my fridge is, and I'm just like, I am so not an adult. Like I don't want to cook for myself. My car is a fucking mess. I know I need to clean it out, but it's a trash pit. Right. There's no getting around it.
Yeah, it's your car, whatever. But like Jason's out of town. He's back home for a week.
What's he just for shits and giggles?
Well, he's helping mom with her thing. She opened, so
yeah.
I'm gonna have to owe him like a case of soda because he had a case of soda when I got here and magically disappeared.
I don't know what happened, man. Sasquatch snuck in the middle of the night and he was stealing shit. Like, and he was talking smack about you. I don't know what the deal was. Said that you owed him that soda and he just took it.
But yeah, that's pretty much what I got going on. I'm just hanging out all week. So did you find any interesting things about lore? Let's hear it.
I'm not going to be accurate because the whole sink thing like just put me in such a pissy mood all day.
No, it's all good.
So I was
like I
watching.
said, I just got home not too long ago, so I didn't really,
I was watching the videos. I'm not gonna be super accurate or whatever about but it's fine. We're not here for accuracy.
Yeah, not really.
It's just kicking the shit of the funness. Okay.
Yeah. But you were quite fond of Wendigos.
I was, and they're in a lot. So like a couple of the videos, I put it and I made the playlist public. It's like dark.
Yeah, I looked at it.
Yeah, dark lore of the Americas. It's public. People can find it.
Yep.
But the Wendigos, it's really interesting to me. It seems like they are something that is shared by a lot of different native cultures, like the Algonquins and the Cree, and I can't remember right now. The Navajo have the skinwalkers, which is kind of the lore around them is a little similar. So like Wendigos, they're like sort of humanoid, cannibalistic creatures, right? And like the Cree and Algonquin. And like one of the videos I watched, because there's that movie Antlers.
Mm-hmm. Like, did you watch it?
No, I haven't watched that yet, but I want to
watch. It's great.
But like the one video is talking about how antlers that like in the original Native American lore, indigenous lore, the Wendigos didn't have antlers. They basically look like a animated corpse, kind of like really thin, gaunt skin, and their bones are showing. And
well, I mean, in that movie Antlers, it's kind of like a back and forth. You know what I mean? From that to the antlers, he like It's kind of weird.
Kind of shapeshiftery.
Kind of like he can be like when he's not a Wendigo, or when he doesn't have like the horns and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He just looks like a fucking, a corpse, basically.
Yeah. Be like really thin and gaunt and like sometimes red eyes or whatever.
Yeah. Red eyes and just like, just dark skin. Yeah.
But it's
like
interesting.
Gray skin.
Yeah. Like it's like gray, like.
Yeah, not black, but gray.
Like just kind of like decayed or like, and that's the thing in a lot of the lore too, is that like it smells like death, like it smells of decay. Like when the Wendigo is around, you have like there's that stench in the air of like decay and decomposing flesh or what. And people say that, and I don't know. I don't have the greatest sense of smell, so like I don't. When the smell of decaying flesh, I can't imagine what that smells like. I don't know that I've ever been around it.
I've smelled growing up in Wishick, like I've not like used like if a cow dies or something and you're outside of your vehicle, you definitely smell it.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, well, I have smelled like you can like the slaughterhouse. Like if the wind is right, it smells terrible. So I suppose
it's not that much different. You know what I mean? Like if it's like a slaughterhouse, they'll have what they call is like a bone room.
Okay.
And basically it's just garbage cans full of like waste product and bones.
Yeah.
So that gets basically like the worst smell I've ever smelled in my life was when I worked at a meat locker, and this guy would come and pick this stuff up because he like made dog food or something in Minnesota out of it. Like he would.
That's cool. Like it
was recycled. It's disgusting. Like
I bet it is.
The dog, like when he picks it up to make dog food, it's so fucking gross. It's rotten. It's like we had to spray it with, it's called a mint detergent.
Okay.
It's not edible I don't think it's edible for humans.
I don't think the dogs should eat it then either.
Well, no. But it's fine for dogs. Like it doesn't fuck with them like it would fuck with a human.
Okay, I don't know if I trust that anyway.
Well, it's probably it's probably in all dog food. You know what I mean? Because who knows?
Fuck, man.
Yeah, but or that's just what they did. But basically, it's like a thing that you sprayed on top of it after you dumped it in. You'd spray it on top so it wouldn't stink. Or it would stink less than it.
Less than it normally would.
But like we would have to go clean those trash cans after they were dumped.
Gross.
And I was, that you have no idea how bad something can smell.
I'm
Go
okay.
work in anyone that working in a meat department is not fucking fun. You know what I mean? It stinks.
No, I don't know. I
cut
imagine
yourself all the fucking time.
Yeah.
It
No,
sucks.
thank
And
you.
you don't get paid dick. Like the people at Smithfield and Sioux Falls, I don't know what they make.
They don't get paid well. They are
I was gonna say, what do they
overworked.
make? $14?
Like,
what do they make?
there's
$14?
I don't know, but
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I hope they make more than that.
I don't know that they do. I have no idea. I know it's bad because like when we had that COVID outbreak, a lot of stuff came out of how bad it was.
Yep.
You know, I mean, it's kind of the same as any mass slaughterhouse is.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, basically, I was a butcher for, I want to say, it was over 5 years combined because I did it. I've done it twice.
Yeah, off and on.
And the most money I've ever made as a butcher was $17.50.
That's ridiculous, man. I don't know.
Anyone out there that's thinking about being a butcher, fucking stop immediately. You don't get paid fucking shit.
It's terrible.
And your job sucks.
Yeah.
You have to mess that room up, and then guess who gets to clean it after you cut all fucking day? You.
Yay.
You know what I mean? And cleaning a meat room fucking sucks.
So, well, you know what? On the bright side, though, you'll never be a Wendigo. Because you can't. You won't ever be the cannibalistic crazy thing because the rotting flesh is too gross.
But yeah,
I don't think I need to know what that smells like. So hopefully
it's not good.
Hopefully I'm never camping in the woods and I'm like, is that what the decaying? Oh shit, it's a Wendigo.
Basically, I don't know. Like working in the meat department and just smelling farm animals that died, like that just are rotting. I'm pretty sure I have a good idea what a body would smell like. You know what I mean? It's the same shit.
It is. So like it's very much Wendigo smell, the stench of decaying flesh.
For sure. But yeah, you should watch that movie.
That wasn't the only one though that was kind of something that because that's kind of a theme with cryptids. It seems like a foul odor or a foul stench. Like they say the same thing about like Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Like do they say the same thing about like serpent monsters? Like sea serpents? Well, I can't remember.
Do reptiles really stink? Like, do they stink bad or no? I don't know.
Well, remember when my dad had iguanas and those
I would imagine not as much as like a Bigfoot because there's hair all over its body.
Well, yeah, and like, do they bathe? I don't know.
Just matted, shitty hair.
Yeah, it's not it's not like they're grooming. They don't have brushes. Bigfoot. For sure. Let's start a charity. Brushes for Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Let's get some brushes for poor Bigfoot.
But like, other than like Wendigos and stuff, what was other? Like, do you know of any other like Native American lore?
Well, so it's kind of interesting, like,
or just any lore.
There's multiple Native American lores on those. So I can't remember what it was called, but the Inuit, it was, I think, not just in Canada, but I can't remember where else. They had this weird creature that looked almost kind of like a sort of I don't know, like humanoid-ish seal type thing. Like it was ugly with the red eyes, and it was in the lore, it was like this creature that would steal children and pull them down under the ice, and so they would like.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, I know, fucked up, right? And so the lore was that like this creature. I know there was a lot of them that did. In those videos I watched, like there was a lot of them that were like, and they steal children and they eat them, and it's like, what the fuck, man?
That was the whole meaning behind Krampus, basically. Wasn't
Krampus.
it?
Yeah, Krampus.
He's gonna come kidnap you before Christmas.
Yeah, if you were bad, you would get either kidnapped and beaten, and sometimes he would eat them.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Krampus, Walpurgis Nacht. That is the night before my birthday. Is Krampus night.
Yeah. Well, technically,
I'm gonna celebrate it.
Yeah, I mean, technically, that would be lore as well.
Oh, I love the Krampus stuff. Krampus is great. He's got like the horns, like he's got the kind of goat man thing going on.
Yeah.
You know?
I used some of the funniest photos are the shitty old like style Krampus uniforms that people put on, and then there's just screaming children next to them.
Oh, I love it.
I love it.
Like the so like if you look up is it Germany? So I think parts of Germany, but also like Iceland and I want to say.
Yeah.
But anyway, like there are places that celebrate Walpurgisnacht or Krampus night, and they all get dressed up and they have like big festivals.
Mm-hmm.
And they have like those carved masks. Like people make like those wood carved masks of his face. Those things are so fucking cool. And I've like looked them up on eBay and shit. They're like fucking $500 to $700, man, because they're like all hand carved out of wood or whatever. Like, someday, please donate to our Patreon. I would like to buy a Krampus mask. I'm fucking bitching, man.
Well, I think in any lore, there's like, isn't there like a chupacabra kind of thing? Well, something like that.
There's just a kind of a lot of like similar themes. Like that was the thing with like the Wendigo and the Skinwalker. The like the way that they said that you would become a Wendigo or a Skinwalker is by either like committing a really horrible act, like murdering a family member, or something like cannibalism, and it would make you a Wendigo or a Skinwalker or whatever. So there was like that was the theme. And like the lore around, like there's a lot of like deer women, like different versions of a deer woman that's kind of like a satyr. And she would trample unfaithful men to death. So don't if you be gotten that ring on it, don't be going for the ladies in the woods, because they've got horse hooves out on the bottom and they're gonna kick you to death.
Yeah, shit.
And I forget what they're called, but there's different names for them in different cultures. But it's interesting how like different native cultures have a lot of similar sort of themes with that. Like multiple ones have like water serpent type things, like a Loch Ness or a champ. There's another one up in Canada.
Well, would you say a siren would be lore?
Oh, for sure. I like sirens. I think, I don't know. Would you call a siren a cryptid, or would you? That's an interesting question.
Well, I mean, it is.
How do they categorize?
It is kind of lore because it's
definitely lore.
That's
maybe better because like you can't really say cryptid or I don't know.
Yeah.
Because there's a gray area with cryptids. Are they real? Or are they not? And then like the ancient stories, are they based on like animals that just went extinct and they used to be able to see? Yeah. And they described them the best that they could.
Well, I seen there was a Netflix thing on a while ago. I can't remember what it is. I'll have to send it to you. Like I can't remember the name of it, but it was horror. Like
was it not fictional or is it kind of like a documentary?
No, it was fictional.
Okay.
But it wasn't, I don't believe, it's not the Cabinet of Curiosities. It's not that one.
Okay.
It was on there before that. And it's a kind of like the same thing. It's a collection of mini like 20 or half hour stories, little mini stories.
Episodes.
Yeah, and there was one about a siren that I thought was fucking cool because it was the guy that it was kind of about was deaf. So
so the siren couldn't trick him.
Yeah, well, couldn't lure. Basically, the story was the siren will lure you into the water so you drown.
Right, by singing.
Yep. And it was soldiers.
Didn't they also like they would lure you to like crash your ships on the shore, like for sailors? Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was the story was it was like soldiers coming back from like a battle or whatever, and they stopped at this like drinking hole or something like this and started drinking.
Okay.
And there was a siren in the water. And the siren started singing, and all these men just started like coming to the water
And like drowning themselves.
And he was deaf, so it was like
he was like what the fuck are you doing?
It was fucking cool. I thought it was like
that's interesting.
It was really cool because there was like no dialogue either. It was just the siren.
Oh, very weird. That's kind of I like those kind of things that are I don't know if you'd call that artsy necessarily, but just different.
Yeah,
I like it.
But that was I'll have to think of the name of it, but that was a cool fucking show.
I like it. Siren, I mean, so like that's not an uncommon thing though with like the idea of like luring people with sound either. Like, so there were these other in those videos that I have on YouTube that was talking about the different. There were like multiple different cultures had multiple different versions of like basically like kind of like a witch shapeshifter, like a woman that could transform into like sometimes it was like an owl woman or like a raven woman. Like they'd transform into different birds. And they all, but kind of the same thing. Like they all would like eat children or like lure unfaithful men. And they would, so like one of them, one of the owl women would, to try to lure people in, she would make the sounds of a crying baby to get people, to trick people to come in. And then she'd snoop and grab them and take them away to eat them.
Yeah.
So like that's a thing in lore, using sound because the Wendigo had like had like a weird call or sound to it too.
Yeah, like it screeched, didn't it? It was like a screech almost.
But then they did say sometimes that a Wendigo or Skinwalker could like mimic human voices, and use that human voice to try to get you to, like call out for help. And in a like human voice or whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry, I interrupted you. What?
No, you're good. No, I'm good. I was just thinking of like any other movies that have Wendigos in them because like Antlers.
The Wendigos are in a lot of stuff. Like the TV show Supernatural, they had a Wendigo episode. Yeah. The one of the videos I watched about Wendigos had a lot of like there's a lot of Wendigos, I guess, in video games. Like Wendigo type or Wendigo inspired creatures in video games. I did not know this.
Okay.
I don't remember the games that he said, but
I don't know. I'm guessing like Resident Evil was one of them.
I don't know if that was one of them, but like definitely those type of games.
Yeah.
But then so like have you heard of the Rake?
The Rake?
The Rake is another sort of cryptid like creature. That's like similar to a it's like if you look up a picture of a rake on your phone or something, like it's a very like humanoid, very white and pale, but very kind of muscular, almost sort of animalish. Muscular. Like how kangaroos are like jacked. You know? Like kind of like that. And they're those ones that are like they walk on all fours, fast and creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Like those are the rakes.
Okay.
And that's not, but those ones are like I kind of think I don't know for sure, but I kind of think a rake is more sort of a invention of the internet type thing.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not. There hasn't been like it kind of came up or was invented on the internet, or they call this thing that has been seen a rake. You can find videos though, like those weird kind of like the Bigfoot videos, the paranormal caught on camera. Like it's kind of from far away and they run away because they're scared, so you don't get a lot of footage of it. That kind of shit. But like the rake, I think it's mostly just like a creepy, spooky thing in the woods that chases you and like scares you just to scare you away. kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. You have to look it up.
Yeah, I'll have to
look up some videos. Because there's some fucking weird shit, man.
Yeah.
Like those we'll just continue to have wandering conversation because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Fucking like, I love that shit. What do you call when CCT or there's all that Russian dash cam footage. They all have fucking dash cams in Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love it when you have that stuff where they see like spooky shit, like ghost shit on the roads.
Yeah.
Or like there's a Bigfoot or there's like some crazy creature that they catch in their dash cam footage. Yeah. I love that shit. So I made a playlist of that too.
But isn't most of that shit like just staged? Because there was one.
It's so hard to know.
But like there was one
frustrating.
Yeah, there was one in it was an Arabic country or something like that. In Arabic countries, like there's supposedly like witches and stuff in the deserts and stuff like that.
Oh, like they see like what look like witches. Like I've seen footage like that that's like legit looks like a witch flying on a broom in the sky or whatever.
No, this was just a witch like with a walking stick, like walking or whatever, and then it got pissed off
and started chasing a guy on a horse. Yeah, right.
No, they were in a vehicle.
Oh, I've seen one that's similar to that. Was I think I can't remember what country, but
I believe this one was like Iran, Iraq, or Afghanistan.
Okay, because I think I've seen something like there's a guy on a horse, and he's he sees this kind of weird creature that seems to be hobbling with a stick, and as he gets closer, the creature gets pissed off and starts chasing him, and he takes off, and he's on a horse so he could get away fast. So same thing with the video, you only get a little snippet. You can only see it for a little bit, so it's hard to know.
Is it
real? Is it deep fakes? I don't know. This is why I want to see it with my own eyeballs.
Mm-hmm.
From a safe distance.
If someone starts running at me, like what do you do in this situation? Because if it looks, I don't know.
I don't know what you do because I am not a good runner. Let me tell you what.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. Well, it's not in me. I might just have to get eaten. Like that might be the truth of it.
What if you're with 4 people and you guys just run and then you guys have like a moment like in the
I'm gonna tell you right now.
But no, like when you guys have a moment like in the Warriors when they fucking just stop running and turn around and beat the piss out of it.
Well, you might have to because I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm that slow bitch that's gonna get caught. Like you don't have to outrun the bear, you just have to outrun me, and that's not hard.
Yeah,
I tell you that much. But it's hard to know. I still love those fucking. I don't care. I love those like
so dumb
fucking trail. When you have like trail cam pictures and like when you have is it a ghost? Is it a whatever? Is it a cryptid? I fucking love that shit. I think it's so fun. God, I wish I wish I had like just owned a bunch of land somewhere and I could put up my own trail cams all over it.
Yeah.
And just and that's just part of what I would do. I would just spend my time watching my trail cam footage just to see if there's any weird shit going on.
Well,
trying to catch me a Bigfoot.
Yeah, in this area, I don't think anything crazy is, in these areas. But
I mean, we have,
you guys
have such plains.
Shit.
Yeah,
we don't have any trees.
No, you just got the rolling hills, man.
Yeah,
they did talk too about thunderbirds on some of those videos I was watching, as the lore and like the thunderbirds. Some of them were. Or some of the lore would be that I can't remember. I think thunderbirds were they were good to humans, but I can't remember which freaking tribe it was. I'd have to watch the video. But there was this serpent type, sea dragon with the sea serpent with a dragon face creature, these creatures that lived among this tribe or whatever, and they were harmful to the tribe. They would catch people and eat people and kids and whatever, these sea creature serpent whatever things. And so the thunderbirds in their lore would come around, and they were the ones that came around and ate all those sea serpents to get them to help the people. And so they made all these like sea serpent things extinct because the Thunderbirds ate them all. Is part of their lore. And of course, when their wings make the thunder sound and they bring rain and stuff. And sometimes there was another, like, Thunderbirds are also in multiple different cultures. And in one of the cultures, part of the story was that Thunderbirds would come around and they would like snatch up whales. And they would like that's how big they were, that they would grab whales out of the water and eat whales.
But that was their thing? They just ate shit out of like the ocean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like there really wasn't much of them being like, malicious towards humans. But there's a, I don't know, you'd have to, I can't remember where it's at. You'd have to look it up, but it's called Terror in the Skies. It's it's a documentary type thing. There's a segment on Thunderbirds in there. They also talk about like Mothman and like different airborne cryptids or whatever.
Yeah.
But they talk about like sightings of Thunderbirds from people in like, I don't know, somewhere in the Americas, even as like as recent as like the 2000s. Like a lady who claims a Thunderbird came into the backyard and snatched up her son, and she had to like grab it away from it or something, like crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, look it up. There's some crazy, like, Terror in the Skies. There's some crazy shit, man.
Yeah. I went down a rabbit hole on some documentaries, like some dark shit.
Of what?
And then like just darker documentaries, like, I don't know, just things that had subjects, and then just things that are like, I don't know, people that just were weird and they thought they saw shit and all this stuff.
I am so. Did we talk about that? I can't remember if I talked about that with you. I would be so interested to like, to interview people who are like in mental health in places and like try to understand what reality is to them.
Did you ever think about...
You know what I mean? Like, what if they are existing in multiple different realities, and that's why they can't hack it in the human land, because they can see other dimensions? Like, what is reality in their perception? I'm fascinated by it. Not in a bad way. I just wonder, is there something about human consciousness that we don't understand that maybe they do in a different way?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know how we got there. Sorry.
No, you're good.
This is what happens when I have my multiple delivery devices. I got me a cone right here.
All right.
This is what happens. This is what happens when I have a bad day of adulting, and I started early.
Yeah, I hear you. There was did you ever think about becoming like a pen pal to somebody that's either in
like, I think that would be, we talked about though. Yeah, like that. Well, that one guy who died.
I was gonna say,
like, it would be I get it why the people who do the autobiographies of serial killers and stuff, like, I get it why they pen pal with them and write those books. Like, it's fascinating to like figure out the psyche of that person. Like, it's fascinating. People as much as it's horrible.
Yeah, people think I'm fucking weird for watching that Jeffrey Dahmer show.
Oh my God. I listened to Last Podcast on the Left. Do you like, I mean, that's all like serial killers and cults and aliens. And I mean.
Yeah, but like every time I bring it up to somebody, they're just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm like, have you watched that?
It's interesting. I haven't watched it, but like, I've listened to this, like, Last Podcast has a whole series on Dahmer. I think it maybe 2 or 3 episodes, and I've read that graphic novel, My Friend Dahmer.
Yeah.
We talked about that
for sure.
But true crime is so fascinating to lots of people.
Well, did you watch that? Now we're gonna go down a true crime.
Whatever, people, follow our stream of consciousness where we're going. It doesn't.
Did you ever watch Casey?
No, but I same thing. Like, I've listened to multiple different true crime podcasts about it.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of the stuff about him. I just
Do you know
that documentary is really good? It's just made really well.
Do you know which one I really like is that I really like? What does that say about me? I like this documentary. The Richard Kuklinski, the Iceman?
Yep.
Like they
The
have
Iceman tapes?
Yeah, is it the interviews? It's on like HBO.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
something like that. HBO Showtime.
yeah, he's like
Someone else did.
interviews in prison with a psychologist or a whatever.
Yeah, it was like a 3-part thing.
Yeah, and like I don't know, I found it really interesting, and like just the whole documentary of kind of his life and how he sort of became what he was, basically, and that like he had like what is it, antisocial disorder and something else, that it's like some people who have what you have, if they're in the right, if they're brought up the right way, they become people who defuse bombs and do other dangerous, helpful things. But, you had an asshole drunk of a father who beat the shit out of you. So you became a serial killer for the mob.
Yeah, he just became, he just had a short fuse. You know what I mean? Like he was just abused so fucking much that he just had a short fuse.
Well, but
because he would kill people for nothing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, like
nothing.
Where was like what he said, there was a van of like 3 hippies or something that was hassling him on the road, and they ended up pulling over at some point and were coming out of the van, and he just popped them all and left them.
Yeah, I think he said they were like young college kids or something like that. But or like just young kids. But yeah, he said they kept like trying to run him off the road and shit, and he just walked up and shot them. Shot all of them. But they got out of their car and he just shot them all. But
also, I mean, but he did like really gross like stuff for the mob, dismembering bodies and disposing of bodies, and like again with the grossness of butchering and the smell or whatever.
Yeah. But like his early days though, he would just kill to kill. You know what I mean? Like he didn't get paid to do it.
Like I'm pretty sure.
Well, there was
like some cat, like he fucking killed some neighborhood cats in various different horror.
And throw them over a clothesline.
Yeah,
they would fight to the death. But he would. There was a part of New York City that wasn't developed yet, and it was like full of homeless people.
And that's right.
I watched it. Yeah, I listened to a podcast, and they said that he would go. He went down there and he would kill homeless people because no one would like look for him. Basically, he said he would. Yeah, and I think he would walk up, and he would walk up to you and he would stab you. He would walk by you and then you turn around and walk back. Just
he would just just passing you on the street and then would just stab you all of a sudden.
He would stab you in the chest and he would keep walking and then he'd walk back later to see if he died.
I'm pretty sure like at some point too, I want to say he was doing that same thing and he actually shot some kid that he was like, I don't think he was homeless. He looked whatever this way, but he said something as I passed by and pissed me off. So I shot him or something like that.
That's pretty much the story of his life. It's like, I got pissed and I killed him.
I mean, Richard, but it is interesting.
Richard, chill.
Like there's a moment in that documentary where he makes kind of a joke with the psychiatrist guy and he starts kind of laughing, but then he stops and he goes, no, we can't do this. We can't. People are going to start thinking I'm a nice guy and that's not right. It's like, what the fuck? I mean, I don't like, I guess at least he knows he was a monster, I guess. Like,
well, I mean, yeah. In his court, he didn't try to hide anything in his court. Like when his court case,
and like even I think in the documentary, didn't he say something like the only thing that upset him was that he disappointed like his kids or something, or that his family had to see the things he did, even though he like beat them and was awful to them, like his dad was. Like fucking shit.
Well, he basically said that he told his wife one time that he handed his wife a knife and that's
right.
Told her that he'd turn his back and said, if you want to do it because this is the only chance you'll ever get. And then he stood there for like, I think 5 seconds and then just walked away.
Yeah. Like, well, fucking what an asshole.
But what the fuck? He was
but fascinating.
He worked for like the Gambino family or something like that.
I don't remember.
John Gotti, whatever. I think John Gotti, whatever he was the head of. I can't remember.
Because did he testify against them at some point or something? Or I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's been a while since I watched that one because like it goes through like.
Oh, it goes through his whole life process. And yeah.
You see the movie they made about that?
I haven't seen it, but I know what's that Shannon? What's his name?
Yeah. And let me tell you something about that movie. It is fucking dog shit. It's so bad. Good?
Oh,
no, it's awful.
Wow.
The guy that
I guess it's not like he deserved having a good movie about him, considering he was the murderous piece of shit. At least
be accurate.
Well, yeah, that's true.
At least be accurate about the story.
I mean, that's not, Hollywood. They gotta do their own thing.
Hold on. Just hear me out. This is the part. This is why it's ridiculous. And you'll think it's ridiculous after I say this. Okay. The story of that, the story of Richard when he hung that guy over his back was in an alley because he was pissing in the alley.
Yeah.
And the guy that he slung over his fucking shoulder and hung, in the movie, it's on a rooftop.
Oh, Jesus.
That's what I mean. It's fucking horrible. Don't even watch it. Don't waste a fucking hour of your life on that piece of fucking.
I will not. I will choose not to.
It's so.
What do you gotta do that for? Come on.
But that's what I mean.
He's such a big dude. Why would he be up on a roof? Like, because he wasn't he? He's like 6'7" or something. Like he's a big fucking dude.
Yeah, Richard Kosinski was huge.
Or 6'9" or something. He was like Ed Kemper size.
Yeah, he was huge. But like in the movie, it's part of like a montage of like him killing people. So it's not. It doesn't even lead up the story.
Sorry.
It's just him fucking hucking a guy.
I don't know if I'm interested in seeing a montage of you killing people. That's just.
Or something like that.
Montage makes me will make me think of the fucking South Park episode with the skiing.
Fucking right.
A montage.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. Oh my god! Now I have to go fucking watch South Park later. I'm excited. I'm excited about that.
That movie was the biggest fucking disappointment ever. I thought it was gonna be great. I saw a trailer for it and I was like, "Fucking right, this is gonna be good." And then it fell flat.
Sometimes they trick you like that, though. Yeah. The trailer looks great.
And get this. This is what he does. It's fucking retarded. In the movie, he'll shoot you, and then he'll spray cyanide in your mouth. He didn't fucking do that. What are you doing?
Why?
I don't know.
I mean, I think he had cyanide sometimes. Didn't he? He put it in like somebody's sandwiches, didn't he?
Yeah. And it wasn't in a spray bottle; it was in a little bottle. He dumped it in people's drinks.
Yeah, or brought them food, and like the food had. Because didn't he do that one time with like? No, I thought he did put it in somebody's sandwiches one time. Like he brought sandwiches, like he went to get subs or something, and then he put cyanide in their food in the sandwiches.
That may have happened, probably, yeah. But like his thing was I don't know if it was cyanide or some kind of poison that he got from the Mr. Frosty dudes. And what he would do in bars is he would dump it in his own drink. And then he'd bump into you and spill his drink on you. And then you would slowly die. Because you would slowly get poisoned. It would absorb into your
skin with the alcohol.
So he was like
and didn't he do like stuff like he kind of was experimenting, I think. Doesn't he kind of talk about that? Like to him that cyanide stuff was kind of experimenting with different ways to do it. Like that one time he also tied somebody up in a cave and let the rats eat him, and he videoed it.
That was a request. He wanted the guy. He wanted to see the guy die, and he wanted him to suffer. So that's
well, yeah, but he's the one who made up the rat thing. Like I think that like when he watched that video, he said in the interview like that was one of the few things that ever made him feel disgust of some kind.
Well, yeah, but he was a hitman. He was all about money. If you paid him to do something, he'll do it.
Well, and he had it. He did legit have antisocial whatever disorder thing, and so like he legit didn't like. Was it a sociopath antisocial or something? Like he didn't have the capacity for those emotions.
No, but like he said, he says
mental health or genetic thing.
Yeah, he says in the Iceman tapes that like that was a hit. So he just
it was.
He did his fucking job. Yeah,
but he still is the one who made it up.
Well, I don't know. Well, the guy requested him just to suffer, and
well, yeah, but it's like he still is the one who came up with the way. You know.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's interesting.
But that was the thing about the movie is it was just the poison was in a spray bottle, and he shot almost everybody, or except for that one that he hung over his neck. He didn't shoot that many people. He stabbed a lot of people. You know what I mean? Or he poisoned a lot of people. He wouldn't shoot you because that's fucking too obvious.
Yeah, because he did have to do a lot of underhanded sort of
And then he would freeze your body and dump you in a park fucking 6 months later, frozen solid.
Oh my God. Yeah. To like make
he killed
to make it seem like it was later to trip up the investigations. Which is like that's a pretty clever thing to do, you know? And I think that like the psychologist guy, psychiatrist, he said something about that, how like he was like that's part of a little bit of the like the combination disorder he had was that he was also very intelligent.
Yeah, he was a smart dude.
Like in that way, yeah.
He was smart enough.
Fucked up, but you know,
he was smart. I was gonna say he was smart enough never to get caught. Like he got caught.
No, yeah, I mean he was good at what he good at what he did.
Yeah, he got caught off an informant. He didn't get caught. Like even like in the Iceman tapes, he even talks about like that he was gonna kill the informant dude.
Oh no, yeah, he does. He said
that he was planning. Yep. Not even that he knew who it was. I was like that he just annoyed him. I think because I was like,
oh, before he even knew it was that guy, he already didn't like him.
He said he was gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it was like he annoyed him or he did something fucking shady or something, but like he did not.
I mean, it didn't take much, you know.
Yeah, but yeah, that guy, he didn't like him, and he was planning on after he was unusable, then he was gonna kill him. Basically.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, Richard Kuklinski wasn't a fucking dummy. You know, what I mean, he was just a lumbering fucking weirdo.
Oh no, he was a sicko. But I was thinking of like kind of a mix of lore and true crime. Is it Richard Ramirez is like the
Night Stalker?
The real life vampire? Is that
he was the Night Stalker.
Was he the one that would like, but he had like, he was crazy and he would drink people's blood. He thought that if he drank people's blood, he could fix something. Or am I thinking a different one? Who's the vampire one of California? I'm get on my Google machine.
Yeah, maybe it was Richard Ramirez. I was gonna say you'd have to look it up, but like Richard Ramirez, he was the Night Stalker. He would like break into houses and rape and kill women.
Yeah, but I think
he was a Satanist. He was a Satanist, so he probably did drink blood. You know.
But I think he like. Sorry, I'm gonna check this. Yeah.
I don't know.
Satanism and the occult. Frequently using cocaine. Well, that probably didn't help anything.
Well, didn't you? You lived in what, North Carolina?
Yeah.
Okay. I think in South Carolina, you heard about that guy? He called himself Pazuzu because he was like Pazuzu's a demon or whatever. And
Richard Chase, I'm wrong. Richard Chase is the vampire of Sacramento. Okay. He's the one who would drink people's blood because he was straight crazy in his brain. That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah. No, Richard Ramirez was just a rapist and murderer. Like he would rape
just
women.
A piece of shit. The Richard Chase was mentally ill.
Yeah. And I guess like you should have you watched that Richard Ramirez fucking The Night Stalker? Have you watched that?
No, but is he the one that like the whole town or community or neighborhood figured out who he was and chased him down, and they're the reason he got arrested?
It was a Mexican community.
Yeah, Latino community, and they like they figured out it was him, and they knew it was him somehow, and like they just all one day like that's him, and like whole mob went after him, took him down, and that's the whole reason he was ever caught.
Yeah.
Like doesn't say a whole lot about the police in the area, does it? When the people gotta be doing it themselves in the streets.
Well, no, it wasn't really that kind of circumstance. It was like I think somebody like found him and called it in, and then it was them making sure he didn't get away.
Yeah. No, they the cops were coming. That's true.
They were coming.
They chased him down. The people of the neighborhood.
But yeah, it was just until the cops got there. Like they basically just made sure he didn't get away. Because like,
but I'm about it, man. I'm about it. Good for them. Because fuck that guy. But no, he was just an asshole. Richard Chase was.
Yeah.
He thought he had to drink.
I don't know much about Richard Chase. I guess
that's another last podcast episode. That's pretty good. But yeah, he's It was something about like he had a blood disorder that also caused some kind of delusions or whatever. And he started to like believe he had to drink people's blood or eat other people to live or something. Like he was out his mind.
Have you, like, I don't think this was in North Carolina, but I think it was in.
Oh yeah, what are you saying, North Carolina? What's this about?
It was
again?
I don't think it was North Carolina. I think it was South Carolina.
I thought South Carolina was the clowns.
The what?
There was like in South Carolina was where people were like when there was before it, like a couple years before it. Do you remember that when they were like news stories about clowns on the edges of forests and shit?
Oh yeah, that's like that was such a fucking weird phenomenon. Like,
Pee-wee Gaskins? Are you? That's right. He's from South Carolina. Pee-wee Gaskins. The Pee-wee Gaskins. No, okay, sorry. This just is a good episode of Last Podcast.
Anyway,
Last Podcast should just fucking pay me for advertising them. Anyway, South Carolina.
But yeah, there was a documentary called The Devil Next Door, and there was a guy that called himself Pazuzu, but I can't remember what his real name was. But Pazuzu, basically Pazuzu is the demon that possesses the little girl in The Exorcist.
Okay, and so that's
the name of the demon is Pazuzu. He called himself Pazuzu because he was a Satanist, and I believe they also drank each other's blood. And they became like they started murdering people and burying them in the backyard.
Okay. Of their house?
You'll have to watch the documentary. The documentary is fucking weird. Because it was like this guy lives in the biggest shit heap of a house you'll ever see in your life. There's just fucking garbage and dog shit and fucking stuff everywhere. And he the story is basically he trapped somebody in his basement and left him down there for like 4 days. Because they wanted to kill him or something like that, and then they ended up killing him. But yeah, it's about him.
This is a documentary?
Yeah. It was, I think it was made by Spike. Like it was on
Netflix or.
Yeah. But it's like they interview his mother. They interview like a bunch of his friends and shit. It's a fucking crazy like murder, like true crime thing. But
isn't that kind of interesting though? Like kind of the Dexter concept of like these people who are doing horrible things and they're serial killers and their families have no idea.
Oh no, this lady, I'm pretty sure. No, this lady knew.
Oh, this was a couple killer. Like they both were doing it.
Nope. She knew. She just feared her son, so she never did anything.
Oh, she was afraid of him. Okay.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Because
I mean, I get that's fair. You know,
according to her, he killed that dude. That like the reason that his backyard started getting fucking dug up was the guy that got killed. They found out that he was there because like his mother said she basically watched like watched him kill this guy. Like he made her watch it, basically.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. But I think I don't know. I don't know how much of that I believe the mother, because she lived in the same house. She knew everything that was going on. And like there's got to be something fucking wrong with her, because the whole fucking house is nothing but a shit heap, and her room is like nice. It's so weird. Like the whole house is just trash, and nothing works. And like her house is clean, and it's up. Her room is clean and like upkept and shit. It's so fucking bizarre.
That is insane.
But apparently she was just afraid of her son. But you should watch that.
I mean, if he's bonkerdoodles and he might snap, I mean, sure.
Well, I mean, he clearly already did snap. He killed somebody right in front of his mother.
Well, no, but like, I mean, shit.
But it's about him and like two chicks, and they like drink each other's blood, and he says he's like a vampire.
Oh,
he's one of those people.
Yeah.
Like a fucking Marilyn Manson.
Quit making the Satanists look bad, okay? Satanists are groovy people, and they don't want to fuck with anybody. Quit playing those stupid fucking horror movie games with your Satanist.
But I wouldn't want to be a Satanist either. That's fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, like Satanists though, really like the actual like the LaVeyan Satanism stuff. Like their whole thing is like respecting everybody's autonomy. So it's like Satanists wouldn't actually do human sacrifices.
No, I'm not saying that at all. But I'm just
like the things that people think are Satanists is like they just do that. Like they just play those games to upset. Like, have you seen did you watch the show Silicon Valley ever?
No.
On HBO.
No.
Like there's
my brother did, but no, I didn't.
Oh my god, just look up Silicon Valley Satanist wedding or whatever or ceremony. It's like the most lamest like this is really what Satanism is. They're in like this basement like of a church or something, and they've got folding chairs, and like after they do this stupid ceremony thing, they're like, and there's KFC chicken in the back for everybody.
But like to be honest,
it's not the fucking
I'm not saying that at
fest that everybody thinks it is.
I'm not saying that at all. Like real Satanism is pretty fucking stupid, but like it's just as dumb as any other religion, really.
I don't want to join anybody's church, but
that's what I mean. I don't want to go to a fucking meeting. Fuck that. I ain't going to your meeting.
I don't even like leaving my house sometimes.
But that's what I mean. If you wanted to be a Satanist, you'd probably have to go congregate with other Satanists eventually. You know what I mean? I want to do that. Fuck that. I ain't going.
No, but I do like that the Church of like the Satanist church or something. I can't remember. They did a thing online where for the abortion rights. Baptism? Yeah, no, the abortion rights thing of like, if you are of the Satanist temple and you sign up, then you like with this thing. And I did it too. Like you're officially a Satanist temple member, and it's if you need to get an abortion, it is a religious ritual, and they cannot stop you from doing it because it's technically protected under religious freedom laws. I thought it was clever. That's a clever little loophole around the stuff. And now people will probably call me a Satanist, but that's fine.
I was gonna say, I would still say good luck in North Dakota.
Oh Jesus! South Dakota too. Fucking I don't need. Let's not.
I don't give a shit what you have.
Let's not talk about
there's
it.
Too much.
Let's all move to Canada.
White fucking red blood in this state.
I know.
Yeah.
So terrible.
Yeah, but
anyway, back to what are some of the happy? How did we get here? How did we get here? Now
we started talking about serial killers and
and now
but like
everybody's gonna call me a Satanist. Whatever, that's fine.
Yeah. But like real Satanism, I'm not. Fuck that. I don't want to be involved with anything. You know what I mean? Like people that call themselves Satanists.
Any organization or I'm not about structure. I'm not about that. I like the autonomy element of Satanism is all because I'm just like, don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with my shit. But I just,
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't have interest in joining clubs in general.
No. I mean, like,
because there's expectations for me to do stuff, and I don't wanna.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
trying to
don't
do
get
my
me
own
wrong.
thing.
I mean, don't get me wrong. As far as like religion and stuff like that, there is good. There's a sense of community and
No,
like you
and that's
meet. If
nice
you
for
want to do
people.
that, if
Yes,
you want to
do
do that, I
whatever
don't
you
want to
do.
fuck. I don't want
I
to
don't.
fucking do that.
I don't wanna. It feels like work to me, and I don't want to do that. It's a lot of
I'm just not
maintenance.
interested.
No, I'm not either. I
Yeah,
agree. It's like I don't. It's like why would I give myself homework to do as an adult? Like,
yeah,
I don't even like doing my
people that
laundry. My fucking faucet broke and it ruined my whole goddamn day. You think I want to have to do some extra shit?
yeah. But
My
like people
mental
that
health does
fucking
not allow for that.
the one thing I hate the most is when I hear they're planning a fucking family reunion. I hate it. You ever have you just had
I
one not
don't
that long ago,
go.
didn't you?
I don't usually go. Like I know,
It's like
like I went
don't.
to the memorial stuff for dad, but like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not. Yeah, your mom did one for my stepdad's side of the family.
Yeah,
But
that's what
like,
she was talking about.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I didn't go to that either. I just too
Yeah.
many people. Like, I don't know you people.
Well, my family's a little bit different. Like if we had a family reunion like on my dad's side of the family, I would be expected to be there, but I probably wouldn't go. I just you know what I mean? It's like
No,
I
I
don't
don't
want
want
to
to
fucking sit in
go.
a room. I don't want to sit in a room with my family. You know what I
I
mean?
already do that on the holidays. No, and especially when it's like, second cousin thrice removed that you don't like. Listen, it's not that I don't love y'all, but if we don't talk on a regular basis, it's because we don't have anything to talk about. Like,
Well, the thing about it,
like why
like
are
when
we
we
getting together and pretending that we have things in common other than the fact that we're related by blood, like, or
yeah,
marriage? Like, that's kind of all we have in common. I don't know. Again, if you
one
like
thing
it
that
and it's nice for you, go do it. It's just
one
not for me, is all.
my dad's side of the family, they'll come up to Fargo, like, and then we'll go to, like, we'll be invited out to dinner, but I never go because I know it's just gonna be 15 fucking people deep. It's like I don't want any part of that. Yeah,
Well, that's
like
I mean,
fucking God.
you gotta every time we just would do something like that, I just always think, man, the poor fucking waitress. There's so damn many of us.
I just don't want to go to a restaurant. You know what I mean? I don't want to fucking go to a restaurant right
No,
now.
I know.
I'm one of those people that gets their food and goes home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I do that too. Aisha and I do that all the time.
Yeah, I don't
Is
want to
that,
sit there and
I don't
eat.
know, maybe the pandemic kind of, made it a little bit more like acceptable. So it's like, no, yeah, I prefer this.
No. I was always like that.
No, I know, but like the pandemic made it more acceptable for people to be that way, more,
I guess, yeah.
more opportunity, like DoorDash and all that has more stuff,
Yeah.
There's more
Yeah, I remember
capacity
all
to
this.
stay at home so that you can
Yeah, I
watch all
remember.
your true crime and
Yeah,
your fucking ancient aliens, ancient apocalypse,
that's true.
and Native American lore because that's what we want to do. And I can't pay attention to the YouTube on my phone when I'm at a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? I can't cast it to the TV at the restaurant. But if I bring my food home, I can watch whatever I want while I eat it.
Well, that's true. But like, and then when I go out with my dad's family, it's so funny because none of them can fucking hear. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like
my
they're all
God, that's
deaf
the
as
other thing too.
shit.
It's like that's the other thing of the gathering situation. Nobody can hear anybody talking. Nobody knows who to sit and talk to.
They can't hear the waitress.
I can't. Yeah, I can't. It's like my anxiety goes up, and I'm like, I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it.
And then they refuse to put
too many people.
They refuse to put their hearing aids in because they say they hear background noise, and I tell them, yeah. That's called hearing. You think I just hear you next to me fucking talking? I hear everything around me.
Everybody else talking too. No, it's too many people. It's too loud.
Yeah, fucking restaurants. I don't want to eat there. You know what I mean?
But even I'm gonna say too, even when I go to other people's houses, it's like I've only got so many hours I can deal with this before I got to go back to my own house. Like it's like, it's not because I don't love y'all. I just get a little overwhelmed and I need some alone time. Thank you. I need to just sit by I like my house. I like my stuff.
Yeah, I'm kind of beyond point of like caring if I offend somebody when I do that. I don't fucking care. You know what I mean? Like,
well, no, and that's what I'm saying. It's like people just shouldn't be offended. Like, it's not about me not wanting to hang out with you. It's about I don't do well in over 4 people groups. Like,
I'll come out for a few hours, and then I'm going home. I don't give a fuck what you're
doing. Don't have that. I'm gonna need to go home and chill out by myself. I only have so much bandwidth for this. And other people who have the bandwidth, bless you, enjoy it. Some of us don't. Just
well, I have to talk to people all fucking day, like at work. So it's like I don't really want to talk when I get home.
You don't want to have to do that. Like you don't want to go out to a bar or whatever. I get it.
But no, like I'll talk and everything, but it's just fuck. Like this is the thing I hate. I hate this question. So, like, when you're talking about somebody, when they ask you what he does for a living, I have no fucking idea. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like, just that old school question. Like, older generations, if you, like, tell them about...
that's all they talk about. Who are they married to? What are they doing What are they doing for work? And I'm just like, I don't care. That's such a boring conversation. Because I know, because you're not going to go to a family reunion and talk about true crime and cryptids. It's not the fun conversation that you want to have.
No. Well, half the time I don't know what they do for a living because I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? I don't ask them what they do.
Well, that's just it, though. It's like it's a lot of like catching up on the gossip, basically, and I don't know the gossip either because I don't pay attention. I worry about. I'm in my own lane, thank you. I don't know what everybody else is doing. I'm sorry.
Or when you go, when you go back to Eureka, do your parents ever like talk about somebody that lives there? Like you should know.
Yes, all the time.
No fucking idea.
Yes, they're married to so and so. They live over down by this person's. I haven't lived here in 20 years. You know what? Like, but that's like. That was the same thing when I don't know if you guys came over to Grandma Nettie's with us sometimes when and like it was the same thing. They would talk about this person, remember their house they had down the street when you were in high school over here, and now they're. I don't know who you're talking about, but when I go home they do it all the time. So and so who is they're doing this or they bought the bar uptown now and like
Or
I don't care. I don't know who you're talking about.
Or like I don't know how it was in Eureka, but in Wishick, just fucking people barging in your house at any fucking minute of the day.
Well, that's why remember I talked about Kitty O'Neill. She used to do that at my mom and my stepdad's house. She would just walk in and just come sit down in the living room.
Get out of my house. I
don't think that's a thing. I don't think that's a thing as much anymore.
Oh, it is.
Is it in Wishick? I don't.
No. That
I don't know.
Change. But like no, like when I lived or like when I worked construction in Wishick and like when I lived with my dad, I'd be on the couch and like we would just be hanging out and there would be fucking people just walking in the door, knocking on the door as it's swinging open.
No, fuck that shit.
Fuck.
The door is not open for you to come in and drink the blood, Richard Chase. That's not what this is about. Stop that.
I told my mom and my dad, I was like, if I ever lived in this town, every fucking door and window in my house would be locked, and you would have to.
Remember, Dad used to always keep the doors locked at the house. That was his he always had the doors locked. I want people coming in here when I'm in the back room and I don't know they're in the house, and like he would always keep the door locked.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't keep my doors locked. I do. I mean, I do. Like
I lock my fucking door. I lock my door and I chain lock it. Like
I do. I have both of my doors are always locked and deadbolted, and it's not like I live in an unsafe place.
How weird is it?
Like I live in a very safe community. It's not. I just do.
How weird is it when you go to your hometown and people just don't lock their doors? Like on their cars.
Their cars. When I was in high school.
That's fucking beyond. That's crazy.
People leave their cars unlocked with the keys in them. And when I was in high school, I used to all the time when people did that, I would like get in the car and start it and like move it and park it somewhere else and hide it from them. Just because they did though. Like they would leave all the time. I don't. Again,
we used to do.
I don't know how much they do it now or not, but
I remember kids fucking just taking people. Like Grand Theft Auto was a pastime in a.
You would just take their car for a drive and then go park it in the grocery store parking lot or something, right. And like, sorry, you gotta go get it. You left the keys in it.
No. Wishick was a different fucking place. If you took somebody's car, I remember somebody took somebody's car in high school, and there was a hill in town that basically you come down and then part of the road launches you. Like it was like a hump in the road.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I slow down like a grandma on that one.
They took this kid's car and basically jumped it 5 fucking times off that and then just parked it back in the driveway.
Oh my God.
No.
Fucking lock your car. Lock your doors, people.
Well, it's not like, we didn't just take it to the fucking store. They jumped it 5 times.
Oh, no, I would just take them and I would just move them somewhere and they would have to go walk and go get it.
Oh, no.
I was a dickhead.
Yeah, this was...
But like, again, tiny little town where literally for them to go walk to their car takes 10 to 15 minutes at most, even if you're on an opposite side of town. Like, it's tiny, like... But like... It's not like it's LA or something.
Yeah, but like in the Wishick situation... Basically, they would be jumping the car, and then one of his friends, the person that owned this car, that one of his friends and him would be behind him, just fucking flooring it, trying to catch him.
Oh my God!
It was hilarious to me.
Because that's gonna help. Oh my God!
Well, they're just chasing him, trying to get his fucking car. What do you? What'd
you leave the keys in it for?
I can't remember the circumstance of him getting it stolen, but I remember like the cops.
No, that is what it was. Why I'm sure because because people they would leave their keys in their car and their car unlocked. I mean, I don't know. Whatever.
But in this instance, I don't know because like
it might have been something more malicious.
No, he could have. I think he parked it like. I think he parked it to like go in the store and it was running. And then he just fucking left it.
Left it. Well, no, people do that all the time too.
It wasn't just at his house with the keys in it. Like he ran into the store to get something left
and
around.
And they took it while he was out. Yeah. I mean, I leave my car running, but I take my key fob and lock it. But that's only when it's cold.
Well, I don't know if they're like
ridiculousness that we do in the small towns for entertainments. But we're not being malicious about it, and we give the cars back. It's not.
Oh, I'm pretty sure
not these people Grand Theft Auto.
Malicious. Like they weren't jumping a car to be nice.
No, that's not nice. No, I mean the things that I was doing, I feel like was very innocuous. I was not trying to damage anyone's fucking shocks or brakes or whateverness front bumper. I wasn't trying to fuck up people's cars or nothing. Yeah. I wouldn't do that. I was just trying to have a little fun, you know. I was just being silly. Your car's on the other side of the block now. Neener. That kind of thing. But anyway, I think that's a good
sure. This might have been a little bit of a lame duck episode, but whatever.
I mean, who cares? We talk about what we want to talk about.
I'm just kidding.
You know, fuck it. It's our podcast.
Just kidding.
We do what I want. But
I'm kidding.
That has. I hope we have all enjoyed. I hope we have all enjoyed. Whosoever has been here, I hope we have all enjoyed this episode. Go check Jonny Haleigh DOF@gmail.com. Hey, you know what? Fucking send us fucking videos of caught on camera spooky ass shit because I love it, and we will talk about it. Fucking email us that shit. Get on our Patreon so that when my stuff in my house breaks, I can pay to fix it, please. Jonny Haleigh DOF on Patreon. We're on the TikToks and all that stuff. Not on the Twitter because apparently that's broken now, huh? I don't know. I'm not on the Twitter anyway, so I don't know. But I heard it's done.
I think Elon Musk bought it or something.
Yeah, and now everybody's pissed off and it's gone. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not on the Twitters anyway, so I'm not aware of it. So, you know, and I'm only tangentially aware of the news because Asia tells me.
I don't really pay attention.
No, I don't. But find us on the TikToks because I do get on the TikToks for funsies. So there's that. And I put we have our YouTube that has our public playlists of all our shit that we talk about. So if you want some actual information,
yeah,
playlists on your YouTube.
Yeah.
The Jonny Haleigh DOF YouTube channel, you can check out our playlist. Sure. So anyway, I've been Haley.
And I'm Jonny.
And this has been Jonny Haleigh Day of Fun.
Fun.
Thanks, y'all.
Yep. Bye.